opponents, there would be the odd one that called you a name or something like that, but once they got to respect your playing ability, they never said anything after that. Anyway, it was, grew up in a district called Riverside in Calgary, which was an average, just below average, I guess, neighborhood, working class neighborhood of mostly, I'd say, German immigrants at the time. And my father ran a grocery store, and he learned a lot of German phrases. In fact, he could converse with a lot of customers in their language. I was the fifth of 6 children, so I didn't take the brunt of racial discrimination as much as my older brothers and sisters did in those early days, but I had a fair share of it, not a lot, I wouldn't say. And I was able to hold my own in any fisticuffs or things that I got involved in. It just didn't really occur to me that I was any different than anybody else, because I was born and raised in a German-Canadian neighborhood. Way back in high school, a fellow named, one of the reporters called me the China Clipper, after a famous mail plane that used to fly between China and North America. During my playing days, I always had the ability to, I was always could run, and I was always quite nimble and could negotiate my way through precarious places or bad. Whenever there was some danger involved, I could always find my way out, and I wasn't afraid to get hit. Enjoyed getting hit every once in a while. So. In 1950, I had a bad ankle injury, and the doctors told the management in Calgary that I probably wouldn't play anymore, wouldn't be able to play anymore. But Edmonton decided to take a chance on me. In '51, I went to Edmonton because there was a bunch of us that were from out of town, and we hung out together and stayed. In fact, when we first started training camp, we used to stay at this frat house at the university, where we all lived, slept, and ate together, so we got to know each other pretty well. And later on developed good friendships that way. The very last year I played, I got, first time that I got hit hard enough that I got kind of knocked out. And that made me kind of think. I said, gee, maybe this is time to quit. I said, I'd hate to end up being punchy, the rest of my life or something. So I think anybody with any sense knows that your football career is not going to last forever, and that sooner or later there's another life to come about. So we had to prepare for business and things like that. So I was always thinking ahead and getting prepared to get married. It was through my cousin in Vancouver who introduced us when I came to Vancouver on a holiday. And they had a few parties, and they brought all these eligible girls around for me to meet.
He met my 2 sisters, and they're older than him, so they would be going partying. And then finally, I think the cousin said that, would you want to meet, I know, my sister Vera's kid sister, and that was me. So that's how it got started.
And she was a Chinatown queen.
I didn't fall for him being a football player. No. I gotta make sure he's nice to me and everything. So. He used to, when his mother didn't want him to, he would come home with his football gears and hang it in the garage.
She thought I'd get hurt, of course, because I was smaller than most of the other players in that song. And they were always aware that players were bigger, and that I would probably end up getting hurt somehow. But my dad was very proud of the fact that I held my own. So. The customers in the store would tell her how good I was and things like that. And she said, oh, and she started to realize that I was doing something in sport that wasn't, was a rare occurrence. So